Yeah, I was the side girl. Hello Blue Bloods, welcome back to my channel. This is Time with First Lady. So don't forget to subscribe, okay? Subscribe to your girl's channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. So today it's story time. You know, because I'm new here, I'm trying to make sure that you guys get to know me more so that when we elevate, we all can relate to each other, okay? Today is story time, and I'm gonna talk about one of my heartbreaks. This happened like a very long time ago, and hey, if you see this video of me talking about you, it just means that I have moved on and it's easier now for me to talk about it, so no hard feelings. Yeah, so this happened like I think when I was in senior high school or something like that. I met this guy. Growing up, I've always been attracted to like guys who are older than me. Not very old, you know, but like some guys who are like 5 or 7, 10 years older than I am. I just realized it really like quickly, so that was it. So I met this guy. I went to the bank actually, you know, because I started saving like at a very young age. So at that time there was a bank that had come out, bank's name withheld, and I went there to save. And when I got there, I realized that there was this guy, I think he was a manager. He kept on staring at me, and it made me quite uncomfortable, but I decided to act like I hadn't realized it. You know, when you get there, the machine will tell you, you pick a sheet first and it has a number, and then the machine will tell you maybe go to manager 1, manager 2, or desk 3, desk 4 or whatnot to help you with whatever you may need. So since I was going to open a new account, I wasn't going to go to the teller. I had to go to someone else to help me open the account. Fast forward, this guy was serving somebody. He realized that I'm next, so if he doesn't do fast, another person will press the bell for me to go to that person. So he finished quickly with whoever was in front of me and pressed, and then I went. I realized like he was staring back. Hey, he was like, how may I help you? I was like, oh, so I'm here to open an account and I need you to help me open an account. And then he was like, okay, fine, so fill these details. But he was extra nice to me, you know, and I thought it was because he's a banker. Fast forward, he gave me his card and he was like, call me if you have any issues with your accounts moving forward or in the future. I was like, okay, fine. So I went back home doing my usual stuff. In the evening, I think he was thinking I was going to call him immediately or something like that. In the evening, I was there, and then I saw my phone like belling. It was a strange number, but I knew in my heart that it would be that guy. I picked up, and then I was like, hello, and he was like, hi, and I was like, who's this? He said, oh, this is so and so, you met me here and I'm your relationship manager or whatever. And I was like, but I didn't give you my number. And he was like, oh, I've forgotten that you filled the form. And I was like, oh, that's really unprofessional of you. And then we all laughed. So this guy chased me for a year. Ladies and gentlemen, it ended in tears. So it's like I keep telling my friends that this whole thing about you stretching guys, no, if the guy wants to leave you even after 2 years of chasing you, he will leave you. No man or woman can be kept unless the man or the woman wants to be kept. It's the hard, sad truth. Not your cooking, not your cleaning, not your washing, not your sex, nor your good sex, nor your whatever can keep a man unless the man makes a conscious effort and says that no, unless the man makes a conscious effort by choosing you and choosing to respect you and choosing to love you and choosing to be with you and choosing to be kept by you. Well, this guy chased me for a year. I finished writing on like some exam that I really killed it, you know. So I was feeling exciting, and then I told him about the exam, and he was like, oh, I want to take you out with my friends. I was like, okay, fine. So Fast forward, I went out with him and his friends. We went to Afro, we went to some other places, and you know I don't drink, so I ordered for a Red Bull or something like that. That was when I learned my first lesson. Whenever you go to the club or you go out with people, make sure that you finish your drink, or when you come back, you don't come and have your drink, okay? So I went to the washroom, I came back, and then I realized I'm left-handed. My drink was positioned at the right-hand side. So that was the first red flag. I picked the drink, I smelled it, and I realized that there was something in it. So I called for the waiter again, and then I ordered for a new drink. Yeah, they were all laughing. They were like, oh, you're pretty smart. But it's not like I'm pretty smart. You were trying to put a fast one on me, and I caught you. Okay, that makes me pretty smart. Anyway, so fast forward, this guy had been chasing me for like a year and more. So I decided to, oh, okay, maybe he is serious about it, so let me just give him a chance and all that. It was all nice and rosy for like 6 months and all that. We started going out. I used to leave my shoes in his room. There was this time we went out together. I left my shoes where I was wearing high heels, so I removed my shoes and placed it there, and then I picked slippers and I came home. When I went, where I kept the heels, they were not there. I asked him, he was giving me some whole gibberish excuse about the fact that he was cleaning the room and he decided to put it somewhere. Then he told me, oh, when you're going home, take it home with you. And I'm like, so I took it home. I was home one time preparing for another exam that I was trying to kill, and then this guy called me and was like, Vanessa, I need to see you. I was like, okay, sure, come home. So he came home, and then he was like, my pastor called me and he says that he's been praying about me, and if he is not ready for marriage, or if we are not ready for marriage, we should break up. I was so devastated to even bring myself to utter a word. Like, your pastor said you should leave me because of what? In fact, nah, right now I've moved on. I would have called to find out like what excuse the part, but it was a lie. It was a lie. Royal Bloods, it was a lie. I was just speechless. I was devastated. Like, I cried because I felt he was genuine, because he chased me for a very long time. So when I got in with him, I gave him like my entire heart, and I decided to like I felt we had a future together. So we broke up, and then 3-4 days later he called me and was like, Vanessa, I can't do this anymore. I can't be without you, so can we please come back together? And I'm like, but you said your pastor's like, no, I don't care about my pastor. I'll talk to my pastor about it, and we'll see how best to address it. I was like, okay, fine. So we were going out, and then for some few days we were going out. He called me after 4 days and was like, Vanessa, I don't know what happened. My pastor saw the thing in his visions. Hey, he saw me in his visions. And so we have to break up again. This whole pastor thing, when they use it on you, it is a lie. That format, it has been there since 2013, 2012, 2010. They use that line, my pastor said. It is a lie. They just want to find a way to get rid of you. But I feel if you want to get rid of somebody, just have the decency to go like, I like this person more, so I like to move on with that person. If both of you are mature enough, don't play silly games. Don't play jokes with someone's emotions, especially the person that didn't even want it in the first. I didn't want it in the first place, so, and then I give you the opportunity. Then you come and do what? Come and tell me that your pastor said. Now, let me tell you, my exams was like 2 weeks away. Hey, I was walking on the road though. No, I was actually in the middle of, I didn't even realize I was in the middle of the road. A guy almost knocked me down. He realized that my mind and my brains were just, at a different location. At Heartbreak, fear men. So we broke up. 2 weeks later, a friend of mine called me. He was like, I saw so and so's invitation, and I knew the name, and I didn't even look at yours because I knew you guys have been dating. So I called to find out why you were getting married. You didn't tell me. I was like, hold up. First of all, I'm not getting married, and if I was, you would definitely know. I will call you back. So I called a friend of ours, and it was actually his friend, and then he became my friend later. I called the guy, and the guy was like, yeah, he's getting married 2 weeks after breakup. 2 weeks. He's getting married. Yeah, I was the side girl. I was the sad girl. Sadly, I was. Not knowing this guy wasn't dating a girl. Like, they were on and off. The girl was in the States, and the lady came back down, and they got it, like, it started clicking together, and he decided to marry the lady. I actually heard they have had like a long time history. They used to date in senior high school and in the university before she left for the States and what not. That's fine. But what annoyed me the most was that later he called me to tell me that he's inviting me for the wedding. Like, you are inviting me to come and do what? I'm not being... At that point in time, I was so hurt. I had to like pray and really advise myself not to go for that one, because if I had done that and then I had asked, oh, is there anybody against this, I would have stood up straight up. So fast forward, I paid my little pieces up. I went to my exam, which I blew, by the way, by the grace of God. I paid myself up, and then I was there. After some few months, this guy called me. Vanessa, I want to see you. I was like, okay, you know the way to my house, you can always come. He got home, and he wanted to talk to me, and he had missed me. And Rollins had a side woman and Rollins is still seeing the side woman. I'm like, what has Rollins' side woman got to do with me? It's either you're with me or you are not. You can't be in the middle. If you have chosen the other person, please stick with that person. You could see he just wanted to he wanted to lay me. Anyway, we moved on. I moved on. I really did. I really loved him. I think this thing I'm talking about, and I'm laughing plenty. It took Christ, I'm telling you, to be able to move on, to be able to get my life back together and all that. So my advice to you, young ladies and young guys, if you're with somebody and you realize that you know that there was this instincts, your instincts will keep telling you that there are red flags. Don't just shake the red flags off. Don't shake them off. If your instincts are, your mind is telling you something, don't shake it off. It is telling you something because there's something in you that is prompting you about something. And so if you don't listen to it, you have yourself to blame. I had myself to blame because I actually saw these things coming, and I decided that I wasn't going to adhere to it. You understand? So make sure that you listen to your instincts. Don't let your world revolve around a human being, because when that happens, you will just die. If that human being decides to step on you, you will just die. Yes, love wholeheartedly, like I always say, but love smartly. Okay? That's it for story time. Don't forget to hit the subscription button if you enjoyed this video, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you so much for your time, and may God bless everything you touch.